MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Drawing closer to the start of Game 1, let's join public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, please welcome the 2018 World Series champion, Boston Red Sox.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
0-1, here's the pitch. Smoked on the ground left side. And that'll get by into left field, so he's on to lead off the inning.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Urshela stands at first with one out. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back to avoid the double play.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 99.
So a runner at first with two away, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. Two-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. Into the corner and slicing foul. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Ranging back is Bradley, and it's off the Green Monster. Urshela is on his way home. Now it's cut off, but throw to the plate. Not in time as he's across with the run.
Well, with two away, the man on first, he was moving on contact, and he got a great jump and comes all the way around to score on that double. Always nice to snag the early lead, and they've done it here.
From the stretch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Lifetime against Chris Sale. He's gone 2 for 6. Hit hard to short. Bogarts has it. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. On to the bottom of the first from Fenway. Now 1-0. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half.
Leading off for the Red Sox. The right fielder. Mookie Betts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right there for strike 1. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Flip a coin right here with this next pitch. After throwing 2 fastballs to get ahead, he's been able to lay off both those off-speed pitches. Looked like he's seeing it pretty good.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
The third baseman.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he's got 5 base hits in 31 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
You want to talk about setting the tone and getting your teammates relaxed? That's exactly what this pitcher did, coming in and punching tickets. First 2 batters of the game.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 home now to Bogaerts. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Digging in, Torres. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The designated hitter.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And it's gone into the monster seats.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Edwin Encarnacion now.
Edwin.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Base is empty here with nobody out. And a fastball here that's taken for ball two.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great? Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Gary Sanchez, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. 3-1.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
Here it comes. This one also hit deep to left field. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster.
It's one of the beauties of playing in Fenway right there. Most places that's a double or a home run, but at Fenway you're coming out of the box thinking, can I make it to second? Because if it caroms and that left fielder fields it cleanly, you're dead to rights at second base. I mean, that's a heck of a job to hold them in a single.
Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball one. Lifetime against Chris Sale. He's got 3 base hits in 20 at-bats. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 to the Yankees catcher.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
The 1-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Should be no trouble for Bradley, and there's out number 1. So a runner on first with 1 out now. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Gio Urshela. He singled his last time up.
Urshela.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back forward is Bradley, but this one's going to kick off the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
The batter, the center fielder.
2 men on, 2 out, and that'll bring up the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead 0-1. Encarnacion on third. Urshela on at second with 2 down. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I never found myself on the mound in the big leagues, but it must be nice to be able to go to that good hard fastball when you're in a jam.
Ready on 0-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Betts at the track. But he can't get there, and that'll plate both runners as it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
The second baseman.
There's an interesting play right there. Base open. They elect to pitch to him. And what does he do? He hits a ground rule double, which forces the run from second and third to come in to score.
And this one runs up high. Ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score. Now batting, Aaron Judge. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. First pitch on its way. In there, strike one.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
Fouled away. 4 runs here in this half inning. Into center field, line drive, base hit. Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a change, as that'll be all for his starter, Chris Sale. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening. He certainly was not sharp. He's set, and the pitch. Pitch is popped up. Pierce has room in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, J.D. Martinez, and they'll need him to get something going here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fielded by Encarnacion, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting fifth.
So one away. Here with the bases empty, and up next the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. First pitch coming, here it is. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. One out, nobody on. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Here's Steve Pierce now. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
That was pretty obvious in live action that ball was hit hard, and after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo, an impressive swing of the bat.
Into the box now, Edwin Encarnacion, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Cashner, or just Cash for short. He was selected in the first round during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Next for the Yankees.
Digging in, Gary Sanchez. His lifetime line against Andrew Cashner. He's 0 for 5. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. The pitcher can't be too mad.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he sends it on the ground to first. A dive, and he knocks it down. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force. Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Again, another foul ball. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled off. Another try at 2-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. And there's the first hit of the game for the Red Sox.
You'll only See about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate, but tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself, and drove it for a base hit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike taken up in the zone. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he has 7 hits in 32 at-bats. And of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. LeMahieu for 1. Back to first, and they get Pedroia. It's a double play. So bases empty now after the double play. And that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul for strike 2. Count remains at 0-2. Bradley is off at first with 2 away. Fastball well outside. Fly ball right down the line and left. Stanton on the run. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll. So striding forward now, Gio Urshela as we begin the top of the 4th.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
In now, Aaron Hicks. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the 0-2 pitch. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. And this will be taken by Pedroia for out number 2.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, DJ LeMahieu. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Here comes the first pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock. And in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Now the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Now a drive by Judge. Deep left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. All rise, Aaron Judge. A 2-run shot. His first homer so far in the series as this lead swells to 7-0.
You've heard people talk about towering home runs. Well, when you hit one over the monster, you know you've hit one. The only question on this one, was it going to stay fair? And it did.
Giancarlo Stanton now. Hit sharply on the ground. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's Striding in for Boston, Rafael Devers, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Urshela is over, and he puts it away for the first out.
The batter, number 2.
Into the box, Xander Bogaerts.
Xander.
He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball 1-1. One and 2 to the Boston shortstop.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox fourth. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air out toward shallow right. Judge is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. At the plate, Torres. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So 1 gone in the inning for Edwin Encarnacion. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit well towards the hole. Throw on to first will take care of Encarnacion for the 2nd out.
Now batting, catcher.
Striding in, Gary Sanchez. A fly out and a single for him so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. On to Lansdowne and gone.
And he was totally dialed in for the first 2 hitters, inducing a couple of easy grounders. Then he catches way too much of the plate on the 3rd guy, and it winds up in the seats. Sometimes you can fall in the trap of not focusing all the way through the end of an inning. When you're rolling out there on the mound, that might have happened here.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Yanks able to add on 1 more via the solo home run. But back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. He's around first, heading for 2.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat hit out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Benintendi stands at second with no outs. A ball and 2 strikes now. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. The 2-2 one more time. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Next for the Red Sox.
Next up for the Red Sox, Christian Vasquez. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Hit out toward second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The batter, number 15.
Now to the plate, Dustin Pedroia. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Softly hit out to short. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Now batting.
Boy, Dero, that's the case right there. He hit it just like he throwed it. Soft. Not hit all that hard, but it gets the runner in from third.
Yeah, but you know what? Tomorrow's newspapers are going to be wrapping fish, so who cares about? I don't care if it's a bullet or off the fists. A knock's a knock, especially when it's got an RBI attached to it.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Gio Urshela. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Urshela.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard.
I'm shocked this pitcher keeps trying to attack the zone with them being so aggressive early in the count. You wonder if he wouldn't be served a little better, just kind of nibbling for a little bit early and then pound in the zone late.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Benintendi ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. First pitch on its way. Lays off 1-0. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, Dero. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his fourth knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those four was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out.
And he might get them all home as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. His first homer here in the series as they just continue to pour it on here. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now with 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it, and this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 away now in the Yankees' 6th, and that'll bring up the power bat of Edwin Encarnacion. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball left side. Defense set up perfectly. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So it's 4 runs. Digging in, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he takes a cold strike 1. Count is 1-2 now.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounded up the first baseline. Taken in by Encarnacion, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped up. And there's out number 2.
The batter, number 2.
Ready once again, Xander Bogaerts. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1. Colton Brewer enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Digging in and looking for more, Gary Sanchez. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
A swing by Sanchez, and this one's soaring out into left field. And that'll be off the green monster in left.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive. In now, Didi Gregorius. Line drive base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first down. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
The center fielder.
So striding in, Aaron Hicks. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Now batting, second base.
Now at the plate, DJ LeMahieu. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Gregorius ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He scores as they extend their lead even further.
The right fielder, number 99.
So coming to the plate, Aaron Judge. He's been hot in this one. 4 hits, including a homer and a double. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Benintendi going back on it, and it bangs off the monster. He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. Brian Johnson comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Giancarlo Stanton will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. First offering on its way. Line hard to the left side, but this is a foul ball. The 0-1 on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Here's J.D. Martinez. Due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats. Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. And the Sox are in business here. It's a leadoff triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Here comes the first pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 2 the count to Benintendi.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Locked him up with the off-speed stuff on that one. Andrew Benintendi is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. He's set. Here it comes. Strike taken up in the zone.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that 2-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
The 0-2 pitch is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now batting, catcher.
Standing in, Christian Vasquez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hot shot down the line. Set to deliver the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to Pierce at first, and it's a double play.
Next for the Yankees, the catcher.
At the plate, Gary Sanchez. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Standing in now, Didi Gregorius. Spin throw. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. There to take it is Gregorius for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Into center field, line drive base hit. Ready for another chance? Mookie Betts. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Next pitch here will be number 100 through 7 1/3.
Man, I'd love to see a complete game. He's certainly on his way. If he can keep the number down, the pitch count down, he's got a shot at this.
Yeah, D-Roll, this is every manager's dream spot right now. You're 1 out into the 8th inning. Your starter's giving you some good baseball, and you could go to your better relievers now towards the end of the ball game. This is set up perfectly right now.
Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Now batting. The third baseman.
Now in the box.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit down the line at first. Bradley stands at second with 2 gone. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound, and that will bring an end to the appearance by Jay Happ. So he'll leave after his strong 7 2/3 here, as he'll hope the bullpen can get the final 4 outs to secure his victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Britton is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So the lineup flips over, and digging in.
Leading off with the Yankees, the third baseman, Gio Urshela.
First pitch of the at-bat. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The batter,
stepping in, Aaron Hicks earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Line drive to center field. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, DJ LeMahieu. He's looking for hit number 5 in this one right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes this the other way to right. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Into the box, Aaron Judge, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Benintendi racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. Stepping in now, Giancarlo Stanton, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, Dero, there's a case of the outfield defense playing so deep that ball looked like it was extra bases all the way, but they were able to cut it off.
Yeah, not too many times I would agree. I'd love to hear your take on this as well. The no doubles defense, I kind of never understood it.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3. Tommy Kahnle, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here. Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez.
J.D.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
One of the keys to good pitching is attacking early in the count. That's 2 pitches, 2 swings, and an 0-2 count. Let's see if he goes right after him and tries to bury him here on the 3rd pitch.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting. No left fielder.
Settling in now, Andrew Benintendi. His career numbers against this pitcher. He's 2 for 3. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
To 1-2 now. Last strike now for the Red Sox. Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he holds on, and the ball game is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
(17-1) this evening. The Yanks win the opener here in the division series. Jay Happ pitches well enough to get the W. Chris Sale was unable to work out of the 2nd inning as he saddled with the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.